Kalimera, Kalispera. Whatever time you are watching, this is Mappa. I'm Stel. I've got Thassos. How you doing, young man? How is one?
Good day. Good day to everybody. I'm fine. How are you doing? How are you doing with your I Am Duris Cup?
Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah.
The football season hasn't even officially started, and I feel like hibernating.
I don't know if my camera's freezing like it always does, but look at that. Look at that.
Bags, yeah.
Floppy eyes.
I've got them, bro. Don't worry. We're good. We're good. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. I'm waiting for this heat wave to come in the UK because I was talking to a friend yesterday about the so-called global warming thing that's going on at the moment. And he actually sent me this article from Sky News from 2 years ago saying that 40-degree heats in July is going to be the future of British weather. And the past 4 days, we have had nothing but rainfall.
Same out there, man. Same out there. But you know, the whole thing is we're supposed to be having like 30-degree heat here, and it's 18 degrees and it's raining. So it's the whole thing is changing. It's weird. It's weird. I don't like it. My stafili nemaramne nearly because of all the rain. I need it back, man. I need some sun so my grapes can grow properly.
Well, do you know what? My dad's been complaining that his cigar haven't grown.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh, yeah. And he's proud of his cigar, man. He's proud of his little fig tree at the back of the garden, you know? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. But, look, they're complaining in Cyprus about the heat, and we're here complaining about the rain. Yeah. And I say to them, let's swap.
Yeah.
Let's swap. But they wouldn't.
They wouldn't. Of course they wouldn't.
This is the difference. I'm not trying to be funny, but all the debate that are watching now, right? You guys say, I love the rain, but you lot will get fed up with it after 2 days. Get fed up with it. You'll get bored. I don't care what anyone says. My cousin's wife, whenever she used to come over from Cyprus with him in the wintertime, I want to sit in front of the television with the heating on, drinking my coffee, having my patania wrapped around me. And I said, yeah? Come to the UK now when we had minus 12 at December time. And tell me if you still like it.
Yeah, it's not just one badania. You need about 10 of them.
Yeah. I tell you what, given the way that things are right now, yesterday was the first time I actually put a hoodie on inside the house because I was freezing.
Can't turn the heating on in August, man.
I refuse to do it. I refuse. With the way that the gas bill is now, no thank you. No chance. I would rather wear 15 layers of clothing and walk around like a Michelin man. British Gas ain't taking no more of my money at the moment.
No.
Probably end up going to bloody BlackRock or Vanguard. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. So, let's discuss our team's successful European campaigns thus far, shall we? Because they're doing us proud. They're giving us a lot of content and a lot of options. And let's begin with the champions. Aris. Another battering of Bate. Speak, my friend.
Yep. Yeah, they went on Tuesday night, picked up where they left off, really, didn't they? They scored plenty of goals, lots of attacking intent. But there's also the defending leaving a lot to be desired, which is kind of what we saw a lot from them last season. Lots and lots of great attacking. But a few defensive errors out. There was the set piece there where the marking was poor. But yeah, this goal here from is it Brorson? Fantastic finish.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, if we're looking at it, if Aris is still looking for players, feel like if they really want to kick on, they'll need to upgrade who they've probably got in that central defensive partnership. Because again, attacking intent is there. They put a lot of pressure on the opposition further up the field. So whatever they they obviously just need to score more goals than they concede. But anytime that long ball goes over the top, it's a little bit worrying, at least as an Aris fan, to see. Because all you need is long ball over the top, fast striker, and they're through on goal. So, for instance, players like Jairo or Semedo might have a good time against Nadi's defense. But again, to win a game of football, you just need to score more than you concede. And when you've got a front three of Babika, Maya, Bella, and Gomis, and then you've got players like Montnor and Stepitsky on the bench, they're not going to miss Kokorin. I mean, everybody keeps talking about them. Are they going to sign Kokorin? Are they going to do something? They don't need him. Maybe the only reason they need him is like for marketing purposes, so sell more shirts. But yeah, I don't think they need him. You know, you've got Gomis, Bengtsson, and Stepinski have got more than a goal per game ratio right now, albeit it's against just Bate. But yeah, they're I think they're on good stead. They just need to shore up that defense a bit more.
I agree, and clearly conceding goals is an issue because conceding 5 in 2 games, albeit they scored 11, it's got to be somewhat of a concern. However, it seems to be like the Kevin Keegan Newcastle of the 90s. That's how it appears to be with Ari. They attack. And do you know what? If they concede, so what? Because we'll get 3 more. That's their mentality. But as they progress, or if they progress to the latter stages or even the group stages, I'm pretty sure Spilevsky is going to look at that team and think, we need to tighten things up. Because we saw them last season, how organized they were defensively. And I think
towards the end,
So I think he identified Bate as a club that can be attacked, got at, especially exposed due to the pace that Ari possessed in the final third and the creativity. So on the one hand, yes, it is a concern that they concede those goals, but would they have conceded those type of goals if the game was an edgy 1-0? I'm not too sure. What do you think?
Well, maybe not. Maybe they took the pedal off the gas defensively because the game was in essence already won. I don't know, but I mean, 2 of those goals that they conceded were penalties as well, so they weren't. They were defensive errors. It wasn't necessarily just like for lack of trying. You can't say they weren't trying. They were trying, but the two of those goals that they conceded over these 2 games have been penalties. So there's something I think that needs to be addressed there.
For sure. And they're facing Raków, I believe.
Raków.
From Poland.
Yep.
I don't know much about them. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to pretend that I know anything about them. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be a much closer encounter than Bate.
Yeah. There's at Football Cypriota on Twitter. Is a Brazilian account that follows Cypriot football. Has done like a little breakdown this evening of who Raków are, and they seem to have had the kind of like the same story as Aris, in that they kind of they were also runs for a lot of their history, and then these last 3 years they've had some investment go into the club, and they rapidly rose through the leagues to the point where they won the championship in Poland last season. So in essence, it's the exact same story as Aris. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really know much about the team either.
Well, they've got a forward called John Yeboah, and he's a Ghanaian German. And the last player that I remember to be a forward with that surname to come from Germany was Tony Yeboah. So I don't know if they're actually related. Can you imagine?
Well, if you want a vamp, might do some Googling.
Yeah. I'll check it out for sure. I'll have to do my Googles and do my searches and everything. But I mean, I know Yeboah is quite a common name in Ghana, to be fair. Kind of like Ayu, and there's a few others. But can you imagine if he's related to him? I think it'd be pretty cool. Anyway, we move on. And let's talk about Ajax, who drew 1-1 against Torpedo.
Yeah.
They needed a 96-minute goal. to give them the lead. They're chipping away, and then lo and behold, a minute later, they conceded an equaliser, which left me a little bit frustrated and with egg on my face, because I tweeted out that they'd won the game because they scored the goal. It was in injury time. I quickly went upstairs to the toilet, tweeted it out, and then you've messaged me saying, What just happened? It says here that they equalised. I said, what? Then I checked the score on live score. Lo and behold, there was the equaliser. So I shot my load too early.
Well, I mean, not just you, the Ajax social media account as well did, because they put the full-time result up as 1-0.
I'm not controlling their social media, by the way. Just put it out
because that's why I was confused, because they were saying it finished 1-0, and Google, SofaScore, BBC, all of them were saying 1-0. I was like, what the hell's going on? Because I think, I didn't have the match on either, because I saw the goal. I saw Perepons' goal go in, and then I was like, game finished, and then closed the link. But yeah, that equaliser came in. Is like I said it. Gibreus, you can't get away from the drama, man. It's drama. I mean, we can talk about the game as well. Torpedo really took the game to Ajax, didn't they? They wanted that win. But yeah, Ajax obviously stood firm, and then Perepons scoring a typical. I don't know if you remember his goals from last season for Ajax, but it's basically typical from him. Cross comes in wherever it's coming in from, and he has a late run into the box. No one's marking him, and he gets onto the ball, and it goes in. So yeah, drama, late drama.
What did you make of Fran Sol? Because watching most of the game, which I did apart from the last minute, he looked very active. The movement was great inside the box. He doesn't look like a traditional centre-forward target man, which I guess Trzaskowski has evolved into, really, or even Lopez. But he looks like the kind of striker that knows the box. He's got that predatory instinct. And while he did miss a few half chances, I honestly believe that once he gets going, he'll be up there with the leading scorers this season.
I think he's got pedigree. He's proven the pedigree he has. He's got the kind of deliveries that he's going to get from Gyoshko, from Farage, from players like Perepons working behind him as well. He's going to get a lot of opportunities to get the ball in the net. And it is just going to show whether or not he's the kind of player like Trzaskowski who just needs that one chance to score a goal. Again, you said he missed quite a few half chances. You could put it down to, still pre-season kind of vibes going on. So maybe not quite 100% yet, but he does look like an interesting proposition for him.
And their next opponents are Maccabi Tel Aviv. Now, this one will be a very, very difficult game. This is a club that has got a lot of money. Let's not get it twisted. And they've made some interesting signings. They signed a winger called Milson. And from what I understand, they really, really rate him. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't Robbie Keane their head coach?
That's right. Robbie Keane is their head coach.
Yeah.
Dream of his to manage Maccabi.
Yeah, he had to get that one in.
I know.
So Liverpool, LA Galaxy, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Coventry City, Tottenham, everyone. Their dream club.
Yeah, all of them. Exactly. Yeah. But he seems to have started well with them as well. So we'll see. That's kind of like the difficult game in this second round. A lot of games, I think, was Abuel's, where I think this time it's Ajax who have got the difficult game in the third round ties. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting one because they've got this Maccabi have got this striker as well who's got like 149 goals in 199 games for him or something like that. So he just needs that one more. And, he's got the 150. But yeah.
Well, who is it? Do you know his name?
Eran Zahavi.
Why does that name ring a bell?
Well,
let me find him.
let's
Hang
have a
about.
look. So we've got
Aaron
PSV
Zahavi.
Eindhoven.
Maybe I'll hang about. It was at Palermo. Maybe that's where I remember him. That's maybe where I remember him. But he's 36 years old, so he's done the rounds.
Yeah.
Rounds.
But he's very experienced and he's a very good goal scorer as well. Yeah.
French citizenship, apparently. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go look him up.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got it. Yeah. Where did I see it? It doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, it's like one goal away from this big milestone for Maccabi Tel Aviv as well. So yeah, it's going to be a really interesting one. Obviously, you've got that forward, you've got Ajax forward line who, bang goals in for free, and then you've got on the other end where Ajax have obviously invested quite heavily this summer in the defensive department, which they needed to, and I think this is going to be a strong test for them.
For sure. Well, Apoel travelled to Vojvodina and got a very impressive victory. And mate, I don't know what's happening, but Chepak, your friend, he had a blinder of a game.
Absolutely. I told you, like from the first leg, he's been playing in the wrong position all his life. That's got to be it. He was absolutely everywhere. He was fantastic.
Yeah, man possessed.
Yeah, I can't tell you how relieved I was when that first Apoel goal went in, because Vojvodina were again, they were going for it. They knew that they were close to getting a result in Lefkosia, so they proper threw it all at Novi Sad. But yeah, that first goal going in was like a, okay, calm down. And then obviously they got the equaliser, and then it was like 15 minutes non-stop of just attack, Vojvodina, attack. Yeah. And then the half-time whistle went, and I was basically advantage Apoel again. Like the Vojvodina did not want that first half to finish. The second half, again, we go back. It was more Apoel trying to get that winning goal in the game. The goal itself, great counter-attack movement from Filidaya. Basically ran half the pitch. Could have passed it like 3 or 4 times to, I can't remember if it was Ephraim or
Wilson.
Wilson. Was it Wilson? And you can see Wilson proper like screaming like, "Pass me the fucking ball!" Because it's like Filidaya basically took out all the defenders with his run, and Wilson was just there standing in the middle of the box, begging him to pass the ball. And in the end, the defense caught back up to him. He passes it back to Ephraim, and then there's the brilliant goalkeeping maneuver from the defender, batting the ball away as he's diving down, concedes the penalty, and then you've got Captain Fantastic there doing his job. So Ephraim scores the penalty, and then it was just trying to keep things solid for the rest of the game. It's good to see Gabriel come on as well. For a few minutes. You see some youngsters, especially since what happened with Sachas with the disciplinary matters.
Sure.
As far as I've heard, the disciplinary matter is basically Sachas went in for a hard tackle on someone in training. People didn't like it, including Sapinto. Sapinto, obviously being the animated guy that he is, got into Sachas about the tackle, and then there was a bit of a tete-a-tete, and that's the disciplinary matter, because basically you're arguing with your coach in training in front of everybody else. So he's been disciplined, but now he's been brought back into the team well, at least in training matters.
I don't know whether this is just frustration on Sachas' behalf, because from what I understand, he was linked with a move away from the club a few weeks ago, and that didn't materialize. So you could argue that the lad is a little bit frustrated with the situation. He's not involved in the first team plans. Wanted the move, possibly, almost got his move, then it fell through, and he's just taking it out on teammates in training. And again, I don't think he did it intentionally, but it's just obviously when the red mist descends and maybe he was a little bit wound up from things that may have been said about him. Maybe he just wasn't, maybe just caught him on a bad day. I don't know. But I think Sapinto did the right thing, because you don't want a negative influence around the squad, especially when you're trying to build something and you're at a stage in the season where you're kind of getting people to understand each other's games. You're building the unity, the team ethic. And look, end of the day, I've never heard anything bad about the kid. Everyone that's told me about his character, they say he's a brilliant lad and he's got his head screwed on. So it just could be a bit of petulance, could be a bit of frustration. But if he's back in the fold, then good luck to him.
Yeah, because I think he needs to be in and around the team, because it's going to be hard to displace your Safo, Konstantinov, or Dalcio, especially with how those three are working together in the center of that midfield. But he needs to be there in case one of those three gets injured. We already know the injury record Konstantinov has. He was injured 3 times last season. Dalcio, I think, was on painkillers as well at one point last season. And Safo has these dips of form every so often as well. So, he needs to be ready and waiting to get into the team just in case any of those 3 things happen.
Well, their next opponent is FC Dila Gori. I'm sorry if I butchered their name. FC Dila Gori. Gori, a team from Georgia. Not Atlanta, Georgia, obviously not. And at the moment, they're 5th in the table in Georgia. Mm-hmm. Not having a great season so far, but they will be a tricky customer. Again, I don't know too much about them. I'll be pretending if I knew anything more than what I've just told you. Do you know much about them?
You told me more than I knew. So yeah.
Okay. Well, look, there is some history between Georgian clubs and Georgian players and Abuel. Obviously, there's 2 at the club at the moment. I don't know if Dalsvili's still there. Is he still there?
No, Dalsvili was released.
He's gone.
But Cypriot football and Georgian football, very interconnected. Specifically, Georgians going to Cyprus. You've got Getspaya, you've got Dalsvili, you had Loria, Anorthosis for a long time. There was Kinkladze, who was Anorthosis, brought in by Getspaya. So there's a bit of history between the two nations football wise. So.
And Dormonia had a forward called Gizilasvili. And I'll never forget this guy, because in the mid-90s, I went to Cyprus and it was a European qualifier. It was Aral from Switzerland, I think. I can't remember. Were they from Switzerland? I can't remember. But we beat them 2-1 and he scored twice. Anyway. Gizilashvili.
Gizilashvili. Okay.
Gizilashvili, yeah, with a K.
Gizzy. Ah, okay.
Yeah, not Dizzy like Dizzy Rascal. Gizzy.
Yeah, no, I heard Dizzy. Right, okay, got you. All right. No, listen.
You want me to talk to a microphone like this?
Oh God! There's
Anyway.
some people have been swerving in the road right now after you just did that.
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Right, on to my little team. We beat Gabala 4-1, and Bezos had another blinding game. 2 goals for him, 1 for Adam Lang, 1 for Koulibaly. Adam Lang scored, and we scored twice from corners, which, wallahi, I didn't even know that could happen. But Gabala scored the goal of the game. I'm not sure what Fabi was doing, but win's a win at the end of the day. Through to the next round. Happy days.
Yep.
Jan Lesiak seems to be improving. So, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, here's what it is, isn't it? You know, the Bezos show once again. Someone's going to need to demoralize him before the league starts. Otherwise, you know, a lot of clubs are going to be shitting the bed about him, like how to deal with him when he's on form like that. It looks like he's unstoppable. There's yeah, he's doing it's rubbing off on other players as well. You had Hara Lampos doing that, leaving two men dead on the side of the pitch. Koulibaly got a goal, Lang got a goal. You said the set pieces. It looks like they've been worked on quite a lot. I've got a word to say as well for the social media team at Omonia. I just want more pictures of Koulibaly celebrating with Loizu. It just looks like it's like the picture that I've got on the notes. If you want to bring it up, it's like it's a father very proud of his son. It's fantastic.
Do you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you've seen that image, and it's a pretty old one, but it's with Fellaini and Valbuena. Have you seen that one? And I don't know about the angle or whether it was Photoshop, but Fellaini looks like a giant, and Valbuena is like mini me.
Oh yeah, well, it's not just that. It's Fellaini, I'm guessing at the time had his hair like that as well. Maybe it worse.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is what it is. So I want to face Midtjylland, which is going to be a difficult one. It'll be a difficult one, but anything is possible.
Yeah, but didn't they just sell someone to Ajax?
No, Midtjylland sold Isaacson to Lazio.
Lazio, that's it. Yeah, Lazio. That's what that other podcast said.
Yeah, they sold him to Lazio, and today is Sunday, the 6th of August, and they lost 4-1 today to Lyngby. But there were a lot of changes in that team lineup, and they were down to 10 men quite early. So I'm not going to take too much out of it. But watching them defensively, they're at 6s and 7s most of the time, honestly. So hopefully we can play our game right, get them on the counter-attack with some pace and punish them. But they're going to be difficult, man. They're going to be really difficult. Their movement and passing in the middle of the park is outrageous. So
I think the tactic at the moment for Omonia is give it to Bezos.
Yeah. Well, look, you know, he seems to be one of those players where on his day he's unplayable and he's in form at the moment, which is what we need. So let's see. Anyway, what's next on the agenda, young man?
Now, well, we've got some coefficients, obviously. We've had 4 games. We've had 8 games altogether, 7 wins and 1 draw. Thanks, Aik, for ruining it for everybody else. But we've had 7 wins and 1 draw. Now, what this does is it puts Cyprus in 23rd place in the coefficients for next season. At the moment, that means that they have 1 Champions League qualifying place in the first round, 1 Europa League place in the first round of qualifying, and 2 Europa Conference League places in the second round of qualifying. Now, the reason why that's changed, because Aris were in the second round of qualifying instead of the first round. There's this big Champions League mix-up change that they're doing that big table from next season, I think, which means the qualifying for it is gone a bit weird. Now, Cyprus are in 23rd, but if you go to 22nd, the champions of the league for that season go into the second qualifying round instead of the first qualifying round. So as you can see, Sweden are currently in 22nd place, but they've only got 1 team left in Europe. They've kind of shut the bed a little bit there, it looks like. So, in theory, Cypriot teams need 2 wins at least to go over Sweden. Now, Cyprus has been in 23rd place, I think, since kind of the start of this. basically everybody around us, a lot of the countries that have teams,
They've been winning.
they've been winning as well.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see there's a few countries there that still got all their teams in the European competitions.
Well, hypothetically speaking, you have Omonia facing a Danish club. The Danes have 3 clubs left out of 4. So if Omonia get through, then that's 2 out of 4. If Ari get past the Poles have got 4 teams in there, haven't they? So they'll be down to 3. And AEK face an Israeli side who've got 3 left in the competition. So if our lot can knock them out, then it obviously helps our chances in the future. But you say was it 1,000 points a win or something like that?
What?
How many points is it win?
It's 0.25 for a
0.25.
win and 0.125 for a draw.
Right. Okay.
So
okay.
that's why, yeah.
So my maths is rubbish here. So if Sweden have their team knocked out, we effectively need how many points do we need? 400 or something?
Yeah.
2 wins.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
2 wins would put us over Sweden.
Okay.
That's if the Swedish team that's still in Europe loses both their games. Right. So there you go. So just a quick shout out.
But we still need to worry about Romania, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just a quick shout out, because this isn't our spreadsheet. This is at Gibriages E on Twitter who does this. So he's keeping an eye on this. And I'm basically retweeting it every time he puts an update on there. So
go for it, because he's doing us a massive favor here, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's one less thing to
worry about.
So he's helping us a lot. With this. So yeah, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So what have we got next?
Well, we've got Apollon. Well, do we want to go with the outgoing or the incoming first?
Let's do both.
No,
do the incoming.
Okay, so the incoming. So Apollon have signed a replacement for the outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
And this incoming player is Angelo Sagal. Now, this guy has international caps with the Chile national team. So it's nothing to be sniffed at. It's going to be a high quality signing. I don't think it's going to be beta level goals, but he's going to have plenty of assists. He's played for Rangers and Huachipato in Chile. Pachuca and Juarez in Mexico. Denizlispor and Gaziantep in Turkey, and Ferencvaros in Hungary. So, Transfermarkt it says here, in 288 games he has 41 goals and 26 assists, but also 6 red cards. So it's going to be spicy. It's going to be a spicy meatball.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the player leaving?
Of course, the player leaving is Nyambitan Special.
Yep.
Yeah. So it finally on Thursday last week it was confirmed that he had joined AEK in Sweden. So yeah, they did a whole video of him walking through the kind of the entrance to the training ground, and you've got like 2 or 3 people come up to him going, "Welcome, hello, welcome," all nice and lovely. He did a little interview as well, saying that AEK is the biggest team in Sweden, so he's gonna get some points from AEK fans.
Very endearing, yes.
Yeah, maybe not from other teams' fans, but yeah. So we're recording this on Sunday. So I had a joke written because AEK were playing Kalmar, and I said that he ran rings around them, calamari rings.
Calamari, excellent.
Do
you know what though? With the video, shall I tell you how I would have done this? It would have been so tacky, but this is how I would have done it. I would have had him walking through the tunnel onto the pitch, just facing his back, and the camera pans in on him, and he's holding a Pittas souvlaki, right? And what he does, he tips it upside down, empties all the meat, and someone comes on the pitch next to him with a whole box of IKEA meatballs, and he just puts them in the Pittas.
Oh,
and he takes a bite.
I mean, okay, fine, but also,
You could have got one of those, one of those souvlagers like standing behind him with, Yausti or something. Just put it in there as well.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of Turkish people in Sweden as well, as far as I'm aware. You could have a local kebab seller coming on the pitch going, "Chili sauce, boss."
Oh God. Oh dear.
You can be
Well, there you go.
but anyway.
There
Can you imagine
go.
now? You can have all of the AEK fans coming to the stadium with a Pittas, just like waving it in the air.
I've been trying to find, like, while we've been talking about it, I've been trying to find somebody. Like, I've been seeing them. Fram. What is it? Fram. I'm not gonna find it now, but it was like Fram dem Bitten. So I'm pretty sure it's a play on words of something in Swedish. It must be. But
I'll tell you what. Let me let me bring up Twitter.
yeah.
Right? So I've got Twitter on here. Okay. And let's see some of these Swedish comments. All right, let's have a look at this one. Okay. So let me go to translate. Pittas should never have been replaced. He could have easily managed 10 more. A top goal scorer and a hot player should not be replaced, considering how the match looked with a nice momentum. Oh, it probably means substituted.
Yeah.
Okay. He shouldn't have been substituted. Okay, fair enough. What's the next one? I love the translate section because it gets it wrong a little bit. A real forward works his way to the right positions. Pittas today is struggling, running. Finally, he gets the position and bang in the finish. I missed the target again today because of slowness and zero technique. The shoes on the shelf must be taken up. Pittas has done more in 70 minutes than he's done all season. What?
Okay, I think there's two people that are being referred to there, Pittas and somebody else.
What's this one? Pittas has scored there.
Oh.
What?
Okay. I don't get it. I don't get it either.
Okay. We need some people to translate and give us some context. Sorry. The player bus has just passed Norrköping. Thunder and lightning for just over 2 hours. Pittas must have wondered where he got to.
Yeah, so this is something that I saw that was posted up on the media website in Gibro, is that a lot of Swedish fans were commenting about Pittas wearing like the Avroho, the coat, the
tracksuit,
the rainproof tracksuit, and basically saying like, he's just come from 40-degree heat to this mess. And there was some people commenting after that as well, saying things like, we do have sunshine a couple of days every year. Things like that. It was great. It was great. Swedish football Twitter. We need to get involved with it more.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
He had some of his instinct, but wasn't particularly fast. Pittas is rap. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, in theory. Have you seen this? Somebody did this.
What's that?
Can you see that?
Oh yes, the now where is it? Where is it? Let me find it.
It's a page called at @biggest_Pittas.
Okay. Let me. Was it? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Type it in at.
Yeah.
Biggest BIGGUS.
Yeah.
_
Yeah.
And then PITTUS.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow it. Fuck it. Follow them.
It's fantastic. All this guy's done is just replying and just going like, yeah, Pittas is amazing. Pittas is great.
Look at this. Oh, do you know what? There it is. Retweet it while we're recording. Look at that.
Tag him.
That is amazing. That's amazing. Oh man, you love to see it. Well,
Swedish football Twitter's where it's at, man. I think
Yeah,
we're following the wrong.
for sure.
We're following the wrong stuff.
Honestly, listen, the Cypriot football fans are unhinged in their own way, but the Swedes take it to another level. Speaking of Pittas, he scored on his debut. Let's bring it up. I'm sure he'd have loved his first goal to be a bit more glamorous. Goalkeeper probably should have stopped it, but happy days. Happy days for the lad. I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy for him. So fingers crossed he can continue his vein of form, if you can call it that, I guess.
Well, I mean, 1 goal in 1 game is not bad.
There you go, 1 in 1.
No, that's exactly. That's a good ratio, I think, for a striker. But do we want to say a little bit about Gergida and their posting of the?
No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
All right.
I don't want to do this.
Okay. All right. We'll cut that bit out, editor. Cut that bit out.
Oh, it's fine. We'll just leave it there, just so that they know that we're aware of their mistake. Put it that way.
Oh dear. Right. So, moving swiftly on. Do you want me to quickly do the match fixing case update?
Please.
Just spit it out. So the Cyprus FA confirmed that the appeal case from the 2 players banned for life for match fixing will be heard on the 5th of September.
Oh, wow.
So the players' union president Neofididis went on radio to discuss the case and stated disappointment that the case could not be heard sooner. So because he went on the radio to be like, it's disappointing that we can't do this trial sooner because the 5th of September is very close to transfer deadline. So if these players get acquitted, they're going to find it very difficult to find a club to play for within that week that they basically got between the 5th of September and the end of the transfer window. So the Cyprus FA took that and went on the attack, brought out like a full page kind of statement being like, the people lying and talking about shit and they don't know what they're talking about. The reason why it's the 5th of September is because the lawyers said that was the earliest that they could do it, 5th of September, which is fine. But they basically took Neofididis saying, it's a shame that we can't have it earlier, as a direct affront to the Cyprus FA. So they had to bring out this statement being like, a lot of people are lying about what we're doing here, don't like it. So yeah, that's the update there. Now, on top of that, there was, so if we go back in time, when we first brought up this match fixing case, one of the deputies of the ethics committee, the committee of ethics in sports and something, cesspit. Anyway, he basically came out on the radio and said, like, following what the players' union had released statement-wise, was like, how did they know that? Like, did they get hold of these 400 pages of evidence that we've got against these players? How did they? And then it turns out that actually no, it was a miscommunication from the players' union. So they didn't actually have 400 pages of evidence that the committee has, because the committee hasn't released that information even to the Cyprus FA. They've only released the conclusion, and then from the conclusion, the Cyprus FA went, ban the fuckers. So there's 400 pages of evidence. nobody has seen yet, which will be released, I'm guessing, for the for where they're gonna for the appeal case, because they'll have to open that up, right?
400 pages for a case that no one in the public has seen, right?
Yes.
Sounds like the Andrew Tate case, doesn't it? But with less pages. Oh.
No comment. I'm only talking about this one. I don't have 3 hours to discuss the other one.
I'm opening up those cans today, man. We've done 45 minutes and we're nearly done. So I need to start opening cans because usually we go for about an hour and a half. So
we got 2 or 3 things to talk about yet. Let's see where we get.
Okay, go
to.
on. Well, shall we move on? Or
I mean, you've got some more reaction on the 400 pages of evidence.
Listen, I haven't seen it, so I can't comment.
Now, the other thing that I liked about the interview that the guy did was that I don't have a problem with Neofitidis. I still write with a pen that he gave me at home. What's that got to do with anything? Like anything? What's that got to do with anything at all? Anyway, we're gonna see that guy pop up like 2 or 3 more times before September the 5th. Anyway, people will be able to recognize him. He's got one of those mustaja, that one of those old style like sweeping brush ones, wispy and all like.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
There you go. There he is. Do not read 400 pages of evidence.
Go to jail. Mind you, that could almost apply to the next person we're going to discuss.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I've said too much. Go on.
So, season 3 of Wardavision will not be happening.
Oh.
I know, right? Instead, he is moving to Morocco. At least that seems to be the case. There are reports all over the place popping up saying that Amer Warda has agreed to join Raja Club Athletic. Or I think they were Raja Casablanca before.
Raja Casablanca, that's correct.
Raja, not Raja.
Yeah.
Raja. Yeah, because
whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, look, put it this way. I think Ingrid Bergman is safe, to be honest.
Yeah. Play it again,
huh?
Casablanca. He says, play it again, Sam.
Ah, there you go.
Frankly, dear, I don't give a damn.
Give a damn, yes.
Yeah.
So Ingrid Bergman is safe. I mean, she died in 1982, so no nudes there, apparently.
Oh dear. One thing that complicates matters, I'm going to move right away from that. I'm not going to touch that. Like, I'm in France. I wouldn't lean over from here to touch that. You could keep that to yourself. The one thing I will touch on, though, is that, remember, Warda all summer has been going on about all these teams and agents and places in Cyprus have been reported that the reason why he didn't stay out of Apollon and the reason why things haven't been happening with other clubs in Cyprus or Greece or whatever is because Warda has been having passport problems.
Oh.
So he has to apply for a visa to play in Morocco. Now, if someone's having passport problems, they shouldn't be able to get a visa, should they?
No, but I get the feeling he can get a temporary passport from the Cypriot government
to travel to Morocco.
Look, okay, without saying too much, okay? So I'm going to try and be very cautious as to how I say this. Do you remember the whole golden passport thing?
Yes.
Yes. And there was a certain person that was involved in it that still hasn't been prosecuted, and they follow a certain club in Cyprus. I'm not saying they got involved in it, but what I'm saying is these things just miraculously happen in Cyprus.
Mhm.
It's like it's like Aladdin when he finds the lamp and he rubs the lamp and the genie comes out, 3 wishes. And maybe one of the wishes was to join Anorthosis, maybe another wish was to join Apollon, and another wish was to get a passport temporarily.
Got you.
I don't know.
Got you. Maybe.
Again, I'm not saying it happened, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that strange scenarios have occurred in Cyprus.
They have. And
Like
they
when
will
convicted
continue
rapists
to.
get passports from certain people who then end up being very powerful on the island.
Uh-huh. Yes. Of
I
course.
haven't mentioned
Exactly.
names, so we're
No,
clear.
don't. No. Don't
No, I'm
mention
just saying
names.
we haven't mentioned names.
Or we can mention names, but only for the members of the No Choftis YouTube channel.
Yes, we could do that, but then people would just find out anyway. So
I'm just doing a plug, man. I'm doing a plug.
Yes. So even though we're not in the United States, I'll plead the 5th.
There you go. Yes.
Or the Bendara.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Bendefi.
I'm leaving that in.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah. So one more. Yeah. One more to have a laugh about. So we're going to go into the 2nd division now, and Paralimni made a signing.
Yes.
Now. I
Yes.
thought it was interesting to report on it because of the guy's team history.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pasala Sambu has signed for Paralimni. Now, the whole thing about that, I just decided to look it up. So, he's a German centre forward who was at Coventry City. He signed for Everton, Fortuna Sittard, Randers FC, Crewe Alexandra, and Oldham Athletic.
I'm going to bring it up just for that. That's your tweet.
Yeah.
And there he is in all his glory. Very happy.
Very happy he signed. Yeah.
So they've even got a QR code. Scan for CV. What?
Oh, you're going to give that a go? I didn't even notice that.
Right now. Hang about. Scan for CV.
I didn't even notice that.
Hold on. Let me bring it up. Okay. Scan for CV. It's not working. Your QR code doesn't work. You fucking idiots. It doesn't work.
Maybe you got to do
no,
it.
It does.
Instagram.
It does. Opening Chrome. 1 second. Opening Chrome. It opens. Oh, bro.
What does it open? Transfermarkt. What does it open?
It opens Transfermarkt.
Oh god. Basically, Paralimni just went and did what I did. Yeah.
Oh, mate, I was hoping to see like a professional CV here, man,
Yeah.
with YouTube links and anyway, bring it up on this one.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oh my god. So, what happened?
The comments that came through on this, like I wasn't even expecting anything. I was just like, oh, but yeah. What's Greek for? He's the worst forward.
Shout out David Caldwell. David Caldwell, you are my inspiration right now.
There's a better one. There's at GC7IL3Y. Great. Of the Pembrokeshire IL3Ys. He said, "Don't know what fucking shit in Greek is, but lo and behold, trust me, my fellow Greek friends, it ain't good.
Show more
Must
replies.
have some agent. He's brutal."
Okay, I'm going to hit that like button. I'm going to hit the retweet button, and I'm going to say, this has just got a mention. on the pod. We are recording right now. Superb. There you go. Further proof that we do interact with people.
Yeah, there's also there's a gif of him celebrating, and then celebrating conning another club into signing him.
Incredible.
And then there was people quoting as well, says, look at them stats for a striker, absolutely lethal, a player full of energy, never stopped running, but he was easily one of the worst forwards ever to play for Crew.
I'm just scrolling down. A goal every 10 games. So sad we lost such a lethal goal scorer.
So bad. It's so bad. Oh my God, it's so bad. I really like... it's...
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Like the amount of comments on this, just people shitting on him. Like,
wow. The laughing emojis.
Oh God.
Hashtag Crew Alex. Oldham Athletic Football Club.
Yeah.
The Cyprus second division ain't ready. Oh man.
There was a couple of Dutch ones as well. Like
Fortuna Sittard fans, yeah.
Yeah. Like not happy with him being anywhere, to tell you the truth. Like personally, after seeing all this, I'm like, fucking show him. Go on, fucking show him. Score all the fucking goals. Do an Adrian Pagulea. Score a goal a game in the second division. Absolute scenes on my Twitters. On my Twitters.
On your listen, that's acceptable.
Yeah, but yeah,
that's acceptable.
That Jesus Christ. I'll leave it there. But yeah,
mate, there is. I don't know if you've seen this on Instagram. There is a Basala Sambu fans Instagram page.
Okay.
There is also Forgive Me 301, Basala Sambu's biggest fan. See that?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can make it out. It says just to show how much I appreciate Bass 97 in his talent. And his Instagram is private. I'm gonna see if I can follow him with our account. He's with Unique Sport Management, a football agency, who also got their account private. Why would you have your account private if you're a football agency? Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to do some digging. They've got Reece James. Hang about. He's got the same agent as Reece James, Jacob Ramsey, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Anthony Gordon, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
He's getting the shit end of the stick here, isn't he?
Calvin Bassey, Harry Wilson, Callum Wilson, Cameron Archer. Oh.
A couple of Villa players in there.
Pause. I'm not saying anything else. Not saying anything else. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on again. Yeah. So, we'll leave. We'll leave on another sideshow.
Yes.
Bathos are trying to sign marquee players.
Yes, they are indeed.
There's rumors flying about all over the place. They're trying to get like a big household name in, trying to get proper players. Players with capital letters. So they announced. So the big one that's floating around at the moment is Steven Zonzi.
Mm-hmm.
So,
he has a World Cup winners medal.
He has a World Cup winners medal with France in 2018, and he has a Europa League winners medal with Sevilla. It's not a bad CV. Those two by themselves are not a bad CV, but any player in those two teams would have been able to get those two trophies. Like France 2018, that team was. And the same with Sevilla. Like the year that they don't win the Europa League, you're like, But anyway, yeah, like to the point where, you know, Mayaya probably could have won those 2 trophies, and both her knees are metal.
So are you suggesting Steven Nzonzi is the 2018 France World Cup winning versions of Bernard Diomed and Stefan Givash?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know who they are.
They were in France '98, the World Cup winning squad, and they hardly played. Givash played once or twice, and
they're the 2 players you forget about, yeah.
Well, Givash went to, was it Rangers and then Newcastle and did Sweet FA, I think, or was it just straight to Newcastle? I'm going straight to Newcastle. And Diomed went to Liverpool and hardly got a kick, but he won a World Cup winners medal. So anyway, but they made another signing. Buffalo.
Oh yes, they did. Yeah.
Another Croatian goalkeeper.
Yes, a 22-year-old Croatian goalkeeper who was playing in Bosnia. Yeah. There you go. So now they've got 3 goalkeepers.
Yep, Renato Josipovic. Correct. So yeah, interesting one. He's not capped at under 21 level. He's under 20 though, but he can play for the national team. And I wonder if having a countryman there between the sticks with him will be a good move. It's certainly good for the language. And this guy has won 2 Croatian league titles and a cup, albeit he might have been like a Nzonzi, really, just been there at the time.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, but listen, we've been given some names of targets for Buffalo. I cannot say who they are because I've been sworn to secrecy. But when I heard those names, I literally almost fell off my chair.
Yeah,
because they're huge. But having talked to someone in a nation where one of these players is from, his exact words were, "No fucking chance." So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. But if Buffalo are serious about bringing in these players and actually talking to them, congratulations, because if they do bring in players of that quality, then the rest of the league is in trouble. But I don't know how they'll fix the financial fair play element to that.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is their signings have been a bit underwhelming compared to the other teams that are supposed to be fighting for European places. So, Alia's going to be disappointed.
Well, yeah, Alia FC, of course. The thing is, with the greatest respect to Buffalo and the players that they've signed, I look at, apart from Meluso, the left back, who I think is very highly rated. I spoke to my friend Roberto Rojas, who's actually from Paraguay, and he rates this lad, 25 years old. He was at Gimnasia, I think, beforehand. Really rates him. But then you look at some of the other players that they've brought in, and it is underwhelming. You know, Patrick Toumasi, he came in, the Ghanaian forward. He's come in. Again, I don't know too much about him. He's done the rounds. He's played in Israel. He's played in Germany. He played for Alaves for a bit. Played for Astana. But are these the quality players that Buffalo expect to bring in and challenge for the title? We spoke about the head coach coming in being one of Unai Emery's closest companions, worked with him at various clubs, Paris Saint-Germain, Sevilla, whatever. And I'm expecting an influx of Spanish players, like we're seeing with Anorthosi. They made another signing to Anorthosi, a striker from the Spanish league, not Spanish himself. But then I look at the players that Buffalo brought in, I'm thinking, oh, look, maybe I'll be wrong because I've never heard of these players. Maybe they might step up.
Yeah.
But really, are any of them, with the exception of the left back who I just mentioned, who I think is going to be decent, none of them tell me that they're going to be competing for the title this season. I don't know.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of teams that have stepped up their game from last season, and Baffo just seem to have kind of stayed the same. They've not necessarily got worse.
You expect a statement of intent, though. At least one signing that is like explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll wait in a bit longer because the season doesn't start till the 19th, and obviously the window closes mid-September or early September.
13th,
12th or 14th,
13th.
So there's still time.
Yeah.
And even then, they can still sign players on free transfers up to 3 days after if they haven't played for longer than 6 months, I think.
Yeah.
So they can still do that, but I'm pretty sure a lot of their fans are underwhelmed with what they've done so far in the market.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, but I think, look, last season, the last summer transfer window, there was signings all over the place that made you go, what the fuck is going on here? This year has been more about the ones that have been leaving, not necessarily the ones that have been staying. So the really big news that's happened is, for instance, we spoke about Pittas going. We haven't spoken much about Bileas leaving Aris, but going to Panseraikos. By the way, sorry, while I'm there, just side note, Panseraikos don't have the license to play in the Super League yet. So they got promoted, and they went through all the business of going through the licensing and making sure that they're going to be in the Super League. And according to the Greek FA, they can't actually play in the Super League this season yet. So there's that. Anyway.
It was at this moment when he knew he fucked up.
Pretty much. But you know, a lot of the big news is players leaving Cyprus, rather. So there's still players coming in, obviously, and there's players of some caliber coming in. Like when you look at their statistics and teams they've played for previously. But you've got players like Garo going to Ofi. You've got Loria leaving Anorthosi. You've got IL basically emptying their pockets with all their players heading off that they'd signed last summer. There isn't really the signing that makes you go, oh shit, like there was last season. But
there's still time.
There is still
time. And don't forget, we still have 4 teams left in Europe. And depending on whether or not they progress, that could play a big part as well. Because if Aris get one step closer to Champions League qualification, best believe they're going to open that checkbook and say, okay, we might not bring in, your Mbappe's or someone of that ilk, but you can imagine them bringing in someone of Gogorin's experience or someone at that level. Because let's get it right, Stepinski came from Hellas Verona, which is a Serie A club. And I can see them doing something similar if they get through, that is.
Yeah. Yeah, well, listen, Phil Jones is still looking for a job. So
I think that ship has sailed. This guy's going to retire. I'm telling you, he's going to retire.
Oh, no. He's going to sign for Buffalo. I'm telling you.
Yeah?
I'm telling you. I'm going to
keep away from Omonia, man. I don't care who he joins. Just keep away from Omonia.
I'm going to keep persisting every week. Phil Jones is going to join Buffalo, and I'm going to make it appear, like the secret.
You're going to manifest it.
Exactly. I'm going to manifest it. Phil Jones is going to play for Buffalo. He's going to be headering the ball off the ground.
Oh, God.
Amazing.
Anyway, that's it then.
Yes.
That's it.
Now.
That was fun. It actually feels, we've done an hour and 9 minutes, but actually feels like we've done less, believe it or not. So.
Well, hopefully it feels like that when people are watching it as well.
Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. We keep them entertained. I'm pretty sure about that. Pretty sure. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Anyway, my friend, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time. Wow. Would you like to tell our viewers and our listeners where they can follow you and stalk you.
Yes, as always.
Especially
you can
the
find me-
Swedish supporters.
Oh yes, yeah, no, more of them, please. I love them. But yes, you can find me on @FlairsCafes on X, and I'm on Instagram as well. I try to keep that updated the same. I can't do it, man. I don't get pictures and or whatnot. I try it. I try to do some funny shit. Doesn't work. It's fine. It's there. You can find me on there. The big thing as well is people Facebook group. I've got a live list of all the transfers that have gone on in the first division. That list is looking pretty huge now. I'll probably need to drop it somewhere else because it's a big post. It's broken down by teams, ins and outs. So you've got all your Cypriot transfer knowledge for this summer is right on that Facebook page.
Zuckerberg sent a message, you say, put it on the metaverse.
Just a big screen TV in the metaverse. Just names scrolling past.
Flipping out. Anyway, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram @thisismappa. Just like Thassos, we haven't been updating This Is Mappa's Instagram page as much as we'd like, or as much as we used to. But I think we've got enough on our plate at the moment. We're also on X. I've got to start getting used to calling it X now.
X.
And
Generation X, yeah?
DX. I got 2 words for you. Well, it's actually one. Kalinichta, boys and girls. Bye.